And good afternoon from the Utica Curling Club. I'm Roger Roulette here with the Utica Curling Channel. And today's game will be the championship final in the Glengarry Challenge for 2023, the Club Women's Championship. We just completed the ceremonial procession into the ice rink. We'll have the ceremonial toast and we'll be ready to go.
Here, supporting this. Have a wonderful game. Enjoy the curling and the icy turn.
And today's feature matchup is the rink of Early and Pulio. Donna Cleo at third, Michelle McEnroe at second, Karen Barnes at lead. And they'll be vying against Melon Safinsky. Rink, vice Carrie Kassab, second Sarah Moore, and lead Olivia Dennis. And we're about to get underway. We'll keep you up to date with other scores. There are two other games going on today. The B event features Carol Jones versus Sue Hansen's rink. And the C event, Marina Taverne's rink versus Joyce Schaefer's rink. And we'll keep you up to date on those scores as well. And it looks like Early and Pulio will have the red rocks, and Melon Safinsky will have the yellow rocks. And the last rock advantage here in the first end. And we're underway. And a high center guard by Karen Barnes to start things off.
This is how we got into trouble in the first place. Erlene asked me to walk it. Walk it around the ice. No, just leave it. It's fine. I've got the key.
So Sarah Moore playing lead for Melon Safinsky. Olivia Danis playing second in this championship game.
Both first-year curlers. Bravo for them. They're going to get hardware in their first women's club championship.
And Karen Barnes with her second. Looking to come around those center guards. And a little bit better weight this time. That goes into the top 8. Very fine shot. Buried. And Sarah Moore will have to duplicate that shot on the intern side. And a pretty good effort by Sarah, just a little bit short of where they wanted to be, but it is above the red stone, the shot rock, and in a very raisable position. Now Michelle McEnroe, second for Team Bulio. Looking to remove the rock just thrown by Sarah Moore. It's a pretty soft weight.
Well, they maybe too soft. I was going to say they probably didn't want to throw a zinger, given the situation up front.
Just got it by.
Good sweep in there.
Just through the ring's weight and removes the Team Sofinski stone. Now Olivia Danis.
Another one of our fine first-year curlers.
Had the pleasure of curling with them in the first half of this season.
She and her mom.
Looking to come around again. Line looks a little tight.
Maybe a little light more than tight. No, you're right. Tight, not light. Could have gotten that in.
Now Team Pulio lying too buried. They'll try to draw another one around. Michelle McEnroe with her second. Starting to come now as well out there.
Well, if it's one thing these new rocks have, it's curl. Still wide and open.
Yeah, it didn't bury. It was way out on the 12-foot. Now a chance for Olivia Danis to hit and roll. Kind of through the ring's weight here.
And wide. Boy, once you get them out there, they don't come back. She was all the way out to the edge of the 12-foot. Could bring it around and bury it. Or at least bring it around. Yeah, hard to tell from our vantage if that's second or third rock.
I think it's third rock. It's close. And Donna Cleo's going to come around the intern side. Surprised they're not trying the outturn draw again.
I was just going to say, I'd do the outturn. That way, if you're a little heavy, you wick off your own red and push that yellow back, and then there's absolutely no doubt.
Or if you're a little short, you might cover shot rock.
And there's no yellow pesky guard to get around.
Goodness, it doesn't look like it's going to fully bury.
They keep it moving.
Got an edge on edge, maybe half under. Pretty good stone.
Yeah, about a third under, third to a half.
I think the hit and roll is still available.
Nice throw by third Cindy Ciarelli. It'll spill, possibly. Yep, hanging on.
So Donna Cleo will put this back.
Preferably fully buried.
A little bit higher this time, not shot, not second shot.
And again, only about a third buried.
I think Cindy can chase shot stone now, a little hit and roll. Doesn't really matter if it jams, as long as you get underneath. Cindy Ciarelli with her second. Nice easy board weight here, but it's really hanging on this line.
And we've seen 3 down this line now that have hung. We can't see the releases, so we don't know if that... Oh, no. Sweep it by, ladies. Okay, didn't have to. Last thing you wanted to do was tick that red undercover for them.
Unfortunately, removed what may have been second rock, so it looks like Team Pulio's laying 3. Actually, they may be laying 4. So danger for Team Safinsky. That's like 3 rocks down that line that look like they backed up a little bit. None of them really heavily thrown.
These 2 teams met in the previous game, and as luck would have it, they get a rematch.
Yeah, Team Safinsky was victorious in the final pool play game.
No.
Okay, so team. So it looks like Erling Pulio was the winner in the last pool play game. Milan Safinsky at 2-1, or 1-1, is in the final by virtue of their DSC.
Meanwhile, back to the game. Red just keeps piling them in.
No easy way in for Team Safinsky here.
Is there a very difficult double if you throw straight down the 4-foot line? I mean, you got to squeak by all that clutter up front.
Well, you won't be shot rock if you make the double.
At this point, I think you're talking about limiting the damage.
Probably the best option would be to try to freeze the shot stone at this point.
This
It's
looks
going to be hard to hit and stay. Those rocks are edge on edge. Everything we've seen go down this line has fallen out.
This one is not going to.
This
They're
one's
going
going
to
to curl.
take the top one.
Well, it'll be a usable stone. They may have to raise that one for last to get out of trouble this end.
Assuming that Pulio's team leaves it, which I doubt they will.
I doubt they'll hit it.
It is, after all, 6th shot. So you either guard it, or take it out,
Or draw behind it.
or draw behind it.
I think if you just flip a guard on this, it'll be very hard to score. I think all that'll be left would be a freeze to shot rock. I don't think you can throw a lot of weight at shot rock because you'll roll away. So you definitely want to keep your shoot around. You want to try to get at least 3rd rock.
Is there any possibility of the intern draw around the whole mess? You could at least draw the 8-foot. Just wondering if there's enough curl out there to grab a bite of the 4-foot.
There is. Who knows the ice and the weight, though? That's going to be
always the problem the first time, yes.
Drawing against 4. You could come off your own yellow on the right-hand side and roll onto the 8-foot, and that might be an option as well. Last rock first end for Erling and Pulio. One more to come. This looks like a guard. I don't know, it's coming in a little deep. Gonna go by. And Team Pulio sits 5.
Ooh.
The raise is still there, though.
The raise, the in-off.
And there's a ton of catchers.
I'd go for the raise. The in-off is out in that spot. We're not sure if it curls or not.
Yeah, I think the raise looks like to be the easiest option here. You can hit it pretty much anywhere and get it to spin off one of those red stones. Touch this up anywhere near the nose, and you certainly cut them down. You have a chance to get this onto the 4-foot to score. Last rock first end.
Boy, is this curling.
They're holding it. They need to continue to hold it. It got to the nose.
Might bounce off the reds.
It will bounce off the reds, and it looks like it'll be 3rd rock. That should be a steal of 3.
Well, then it'd be 4th rock.
Or 4th rock, yes. Yeah. Looks like it's a steal of 3. Just over curled a smidge. The weight looked pretty good. They could have held it just a little more. It might have recoiled off the rock they ran into and rolled in for 2nd shot. Tough start for Team Sofinski.
So the Glengarry Challenge is the Women's Club Championship here at Utica. And it originally started in 1950 as a challenge. Marjorie Foster, who was the first chair of the Glengarry Executive Committee, the women's half of the organization, donated a trophy, and teams would sign up to play last year's winner. And then the team that had the most wins throughout the year, ran all season, were declared the winners for that year. For a while it died, and we resurrected it in 2003 with new trophies donated by club members. And this time it's now obviously being run as Bonspiel rather than as a challenge.
So an early 3-0 lead for Team Puleo. Team Sofinski with Yellow Rocks will have the last rock advantage here in the second end. Karen Barnes first stone right on the top 8.
And so Mellon's trying to decide, do I want to hit it or do I want to put up guards? And you really do have to do something that they can't hit.
Yeah, if it's not a scoring threat, usually you throw a corner guard. If it's on the 4-foot with the 5-rock rule, you can do a delayed corner guard, try to hit and roll to the wings, then throw your corner guard. Mellon's going to try to use a freeze tap here to get in front of Shotstone. It's a little harder to generate your deuce with freezes if the other team hits well. This is a beautiful freeze, though. Really nicely done by Sarah Moore. But with not a perfect freeze, that'll be an easy rock to remove. You could just hit the yellow one and lose both of them.
And Karen Barnes is well capable of doing that. I think Team Puleo definitely has the edge on hitting.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they'll leave that yellow rock in play. Just coming down to jiggle them around a little bit.
It's interesting, everybody's still coming down this right side of the sheet as we look down towards the scoreboard. Nobody has played the other side, which means when we get to a very crucial shot, they won't know the weight and they won't know the line.
Yep.
I was once told by a very wise skip that I played for my first year as a vice. Said, if you play down the one side on the first end, play down the other side on the second end. Try to even it out and get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah, more importantly, find out what the curl is doing on that side. So if you have to draw the pin, you need to know where to put the broom out there.
Exactly. That's the what's going on part that I wasn't explicit about.
The other issue is that side of the sheet might become 1 or 2 seconds slower than the other side, and it plays hob with draw weight as well.
Absolutely.
And Mellon's going to move some red rocks around here. Get on the nose here, it won't be so bad. Have control over those reds. One red's going to, it didn't hit it a little bit thin.
Yep, over curled a touch.
Want to move that back red and sit on top and have control over both of the red rocks. Unfortunately, that rock just over curled a tad.
And Team Puleo is just going to keep throwing rocks in the rings.
Michelle McEnroe with her first. going to draw right down to shot rock. Rubbed off a bit. This is going to leave an opportunity for a double.
And that's going to go wide. Come back. Oh, doesn't have the weight.
Might want to sweep to get it by the top one.
Mm-hmm. At least get into the pocket.
That yellow rock's in a good spot. It can be run in. Didn't quite curl enough, so now a chance to run this yellow one in. Get rid of at least one red. Olivia Dennis with her second.
This one's got more weight. That's
Through the ring's weight, maybe. And closer to T-line.
Yep. Boy, it looked like it had more coming down.
Got some yellow rocks, though, in a controlled position, though.
This is always a good thing.
There's a yellow rock above every red. If you can hammer that top yellow, you get rid of two reds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They guarded the run on the center Yellowstone, but they do leave.
The double, potential double here.
It's close.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure we're going to clip shot stone, but get rid of a red.
You just have to be off nose to the outside, yeah? The high side.
That'll run it by. If you hit it on the nose, this probably goes just underneath.
Yeah, but if you hit it high side, it shouldn't go underneath.
Hit it
No.
high side, no, then you hit it on the nose.
Oops, well, doesn't matter.
Need to hit it low side.
Ah, yes. Ah, angles and I, not good friends.
Now a chance to throw another guard for Team Pulio. Donna Kaleo. With the guard attempt, this is going to overcurl. Covered a half a rock.
covered the important half of the rock.
Need to move. Need to clear the center. Got the yellow rocks in control. Got to get access to them. Can even run that red guard in.
Oh, we've gone after the distraction of seeing part of the yellow. I think Mellon's first instinct is to run, to get rid of that guard or run it.
Yeah, you got to get rid of this red guard in the middle. You can even run it into one of your reds, or one of your yellows, and you may move some reds out as well. If anything, you want to run this red that way. That way you drive these yellow rocks toward one of the reds if you clip one of the yellows on the way by. Don't want to hit it on the high side here. That may just take out one of your yellows. Like you want to cross over.
Or come through the port.
Good wait for Cindy Cirelli here. Yeah, this may go through the port. That's going to wick. No help. Did open up one of the yellows. They really needed to get rid of that center guard there. Now a chance for Arlene Pulio just to throw another guard.
And make sure that it's in position so if they try to peel that center guard, it's going to jam on this new guard.
Yep, you'd like to get tucked maybe half under. That would make it hard to remove it with one stone. And Team Safinsky's only got a couple left in this end. They may have to run the red eventually. First rock for Arlene Pulio's second end. Just looking to tuck a guard underneath. This is over curling. Be okay to hook these.
Or even to get a little bounce here.
Yeah, that works out pretty well.
Do you go for the in-off now?
And save that for later.
Draw around. It's too late to open up anything in the front.
Well, I think you can open, you can double those reds off. You need to get access to the rocks in the middle. And just there's no way to do that unless you peel some guards.
With only 2 rocks to go, though.
Well, you got to peel with one, get rid of 2, and then I don't think they can guard all 3 yellow stones. You'll have access to something. Could even try to run the middle red and would probably move some yellows around and get rid of a red or 2.
I don't see how working in the middle is going to get you shot within 2 rocks.
Don't know if you get your shot. It might get you second. They can always play this in off with their last rock. If you miss the in off here, you won't have another chance. Looks like they're going for just a straight draw.
Yeah, she's in touch narrow.
Just going to nick the guard. That'll open up one
Roll
of the
it, ladies,
yellows.
roll it.
Now the in-off's not there.
Yep.
And now there's no run back in the middle, so good guard here. Won't have too many options. I'll have to play the wide out turn come around to get a piece of the 4-foot. And that's just to cut down to 1.
And that's the side nobody's played down.
Yes. Erling Pulio with her last rock here in the second end, looking to throw a guard. Cover this in-turn side. And that's in a good enough spot. I think that port's pretty tiny. You're going to have to, no one's going to have to throw the out-turn draw, get a piece of the 4. Cut Team Polio down to 1. The draw is going to be easier than the tap up, so if you want to get to a spot, it's always easier to draw than to hit and roll or play a raise.
But again, this is the side no one's played down yet.
Yep, very few rocks have been down this side, so this will be a bit of a guess on the weight and the curl. Last rock, second end. Melon Safinsky looking for a piece of the 4-foot. And weight was close, maybe just overswept a bit. Wasn't light. And that'll be another steal of 3. For Team Pulio, they now lead 6-0 after 2. And other scores, Marina Traverne leads Joy Schaefer 2-0 after 2. Carol Jones leads Sue Hansen 1-0 after 1. They're just finishing the second end now. In our feature game, Erling Pulio leads Melon Safinsky 6-0 after 2. Team Safinsky with the yellow rocks will have the last rock advantage here in the third end. Karen Barnes' first shot coasts into the back 4. Melon Safinsky looking to freeze to that stone in the back of the house. This one will come up a bit short. And Karen Barnes, our second, just bites a 12-foot. Now Team Pulio sits 1 and 2. It's a friendly rock for Team Safinsky, though. A chance for Sarah Moore to come down and freeze to shot stone in the back and get something set up. Need to put some rocks in play. A little better weight on this one. Might be a little too much weight. Now a chance for Michelle McEnroe to build a Christmas tree here. Put one on the top 4. Gonna line them up along a line on the diagonal. Make it difficult to remove any 2 stones. And keep the shooter around.
A famous Christmas tree, coined by Colleen Jones, as I recall, correct?
Indeed. 6-time Scottish champion. Multiple-time world champion. And this will be a little strong for Michelle. That's going to create a little pocket in the back. So a really good opportunity for Team Safinsky now to lock some stones in play. If Olivia Danis can come down to these or just in front of them, make it difficult to remove. 80 pounds of granite to draw to. Just had to wait on that to come back and couldn't really sweep it. Now Team Pulio's got to get a rock in front of this pocket so it can't be used.
Looking good.
A little better weight this time from Michelle. This is going to coast right around to the top 4, and that's in a pretty good spot. Team Safinsky can still freeze to the back, though. For shot stone, it's still there. And then deal with that rock on the top 4 a little later. A little bit better line on this one. This looks to be maybe through the rings weight at least. It's going to come to the pocket. Scatters a couple stones back. Those would be friendly catchers for Team Safinsky. And they sit second rock. And that stone will be a little trickier to remove now with the backing. Have to get to the inside. So Donna Caleo is looking to maybe do a little hit and roll to the inside. Avoid the jam. Roll into the 4-foot. And this one's out wide. This may raise a yellow stone.
It's going to curl enough that
Going to go right into the pocket. And now Team Safinsky shot rock in the 4-foot.
undercover. And it's not a, you can't even angle raise your Christmas tree rock onto it.
Yeah, that's the
easily.
problem with Christmas trees.
Yep. If somebody gets behind it,
You can't run them.
get down to the base.
Can't run them straight back. The team for Safinsky could play the in-turn draw, go top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Come around the other side. We'll leave a run back for Team Pulio, but they have to make it. If you just go half into the top 4, the run back won't be there.
And all they need to do is
love to
outcount.
put a stone right about here.
Yep, they just have to outcount the Christmas tree rock.
Yes, I'll count the one in the top 4. Would be perfect. Just outcount. Cindy Sorelli with hers first. Well, the weight looks great if they can get by.
Just a little light.
Just a touch light.
Looks like Arlene is going for the ankle raise. Well, they've already lost the line.
And it's way tight. It's going to over curl. Now another chance for Cindy Sorelli to stuff a draw on this in-turn side. Actually, the rock she previously threw is going to give her a little more cover. Just biting top 4 would be perfect.
I'm not sure what the discussion's about.
Yeah, I don't think there's any threat here on the outturn side other than just a simple tap up.
Maybe they were worried because that's what Arlene tried. But
I think you want to beat the man on this side.
absolutely.
If you guard the tap, then their opposition will come around this side.
Go sweepers, go.
Looks like this one's got plenty of weight.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And just a little heavy that time.
I've always said we need to invent a curling game where you get to throw 3 rocks each.
It's called triples.
Yeah. First one's light, second one's heavy, the third one will be just right.
Yep. Well, they are first and third rocks, so they're in great position. The red one can still be chipped out, so it'd be possible to come around with hack weight and move that red one right through the rings and potentially sit 3. Certainly score 2. So I think Early Pulio is going to want to draw this in-turn side for shot.
Got in on a loose. So, but that's good. Oh, come on, 6-0. They've already lost 16 once. Could be worse. Could have been here since 6 a.m. Giants position.
Early Pulio, with her first, looking to draw in.
Sweeper's working it hard.
Want to get it buried. And they got it to the tee line.
Oh, what a nice shot. That is shot rock.
Tappable, though.
Mm-hmm.
It is open.
You can see. 3/4, maybe 7/8. She says as she cranes mightily to the left to see the line.
I think back 8 weight here. Should be able to get to nose or maybe the inside. This is where it's so important for players to have command of intermediate weights. Need a little more than a draw, a little less than takeout here. Probably if we're looking for something in the back 8 range.
Yeah, because you do have to cross over.
When you get to nose, you'll still be 2. You'd love to cross over and set up potential for more. First rock third in for Melon Safinski. This looks like maybe hack weight.
I think it'll come down.
Should
Question
curl,
is, will
should
it
curl
curl?
this weight.
It's still hanging.
Coming hard.
Nope.
Gonna catch the outside. Need a little less weight there. Team Safinski still shot rock though in the back 4, and they're locked on a stone too, so that'll be very hard to remove. So Early Pulio with her last to try to lock down this in-turn side to prevent a deuce. No chance for more than 2 now for Team Safinski, with 2 red rocks on the 4-foot. Furley and Pulio can bury this one top button. It'll take the end away. Sweepers aren't offering.
At all.
And they were thinking about it, but not very hard. And I think this is going to coast right to the back of the rings. So chance now for Malisafinski to draw for 2 and narrow the gap.
No pressure, Melon.
Needs almost full 4. Just threw this shot down this track. So should have a good idea of the curl and the speed. Last rock, third end. Melon Safinsky looking to draw the 4-foot for a deuce.
Might want to go, ladies.
Line looks really good.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Overbaked it.
And it's only 1. But they're on the scoreboard after 3 at 6-1. Team Pulio over Team Safinsky. Team Pulio with the red rocks will have the last rock advantage in the 4th end.
Meanwhile, on sheet 2, Marina Tavern has scored a deuce in 3 to take a fairly commanding lead after 3.
They lead 4-0.
And sheet 4's down to Skip Rock. I believe this is Hammer.
They're in the 3rd end. 2-0 Team Jones over Team Hansen. In our future game, Arlene Pulio leads Melon Safinsky 6-1 after 3. Team Safinsky will be in steal mode now, down 5. Need some guards in play. In fact, a couple center guards would be in order here.
White's very nice. Coming over nicely.
First one's perfect, splitting the center line.
How nice is that, as they would say?
And they'll need to throw another one higher and start moving rocks around in the 4-foot. Karen Barnes looking just to come around here. And very nice come around to the top 8. They could throw another guard. More the merrier. Going to need a bunch of guards to steal. This one looks a little on the heavy side.
Coming now. Gotta get around. Ooh. Yeah, it's gonna be back 4. And with a little help back 8.
It is shot stone, but behind tee line. And using those top 2 stones as guards has basically shifted all the play behind the tee line now. It's like somebody moved the circles to the wrong place.
Working it hard, but it's not curling.
Yeah, Sweevers had to go hard on that for weight.
Here it comes.
A good chance to hit and roll under and sit 2 here.
But it'd have to be lightweight, because
Yeah,
otherwise you're going to you'll you roll under, you're liable to crash up against that other red.
That's fine. That wouldn't hurt. You'll be underneath it.
A bumper pool shot.
Even on the nose here wouldn't be bad, but a little roll under would be golden.
Well, the only thing they can't do, of course, is hit it on the outside.
Yeah, don't want to hit it high. May jam. And this one's wide. It's trying to come. Might want to sweep this to go over the top.
I think it's over the top on its own.
It is.
That just ran straight as a stick.
Yeah, I think just Olivia slid a little outside. Got rid of a danger rock, though. And Team Poulet would just want to get top 4 or even frozen on the back stone would be fine. This one's over curling. And we'll clunk the guard. That just didn't curl. That looked good out of hand. And it just flattened out. And that was through the ring's weight.
That darn 4-foot lane. And I think they've identified a good straight identified a straight spot.
Yep, definitely have a run down that line. That rock backed up inside the hog line. Looked good out of hand. I want to come that direction. I have to tighten up the ice.
And depending on where exactly in the 4-foot line that straight spot is, be very easy to overcorrect. Go sailing by the other side.
I think there's still room to draw in here.
Yes, that was actually the discussion. Erlene wanted to come with the out turn, and Michelle told her, well, we could still get in the in turn.
And
It's a two-way shot.
You can even split that stone on to sit too. One on the top 8. Starting to move now. Should move hard into this run.
Or not. There it goes.
Coming pretty hard now. It's going to clip. And hard to say. I think yellow's still shot in the back. But those 2 red stones up front are definitely raisable. You can't guard them both. A little tricky to get rid of them as well.
I think that's
what's causing the consternation.
Exactly. Just going for a wick and roll.
And I think they're looking to, just through the ring's weight. This may still be too much ice in that straight spot. You're going to want to throw a little more weight. Make sure that rock leaves play.
Well, they're not talking about.
Throw back 12. You might just tap it in somewhere where it's second or third rock.
She's definitely calling for a draw tap rather than a redirect rather than a hit.
To catch this pretty thin.
That's just riding that line.
Ample weight here. It's going to move hard, then flatten out. That's what we saw the last time.
Are they going to raise that center red?
And it might tick off.
Okay, so they'll come around.
That's another way of getting shot stone.
And that was their plan B. They'd either wick and roll into the center or come all the way around to the 8-foot. And I think they're sitting 1-2.
I think so. I think the shot's to run that red. It's a pretty short run back. 2-foot run back. Anywhere clear, anywhere near the nose, work.
It's something I could make.
Even if you straight peel this, at least you open up shot stone. And Team Pulio's got the last rock here, so no worries. And that'll do the trick. Almost got the double. And Team Safinski still shot rock stubbornly in the back with that rock in the back 8. You either got the out-turn draw or you got the in-off. Draw around this side. Or you could bounce off. That would get you to the 4-foot. You could also draw around that
which
top.
is the call. Yep. See how much curl we have all the way out here. This is edge of 12-foot. She's got the broom on.
Well, it just can't be narrow here.
And she
It's pretty tight. You don't want to raise that red stone in.
It's got weight.
Just you have to sweep it to get it by.
Yeah, but it's not even close. It's just too much weight.
Yeah, throw draw weight out there. You got to get out to the broom.
There does seem to be some debate as to who is actually shot.
It's close from our overhead camera. It looks like it might be yellow. I think tapping one of those middle rocks would be the ideal shot for
Absolutely.
Team Pulio. Take your pick, whichever one you think you can tap. Either one is in pretty easy position to get to.
Going for the center.
This needs to move a lot.
Yeah, and go for the plan B.
Maybe another wick shot. And red's definitely shot now.
But the draw is pretty open. I think you can get through that port. Yeah, maybe not.
Not by a ton. I
Not
think
by a ton, you're right.
gonna have to hair the outer red to get to the 4-foot here. I think it's there though.
Could always go to the out turn. They've actually played down that side a few times now.
I think there is room to get to the 4 foot on the intern side. Just got to come very close to the red in the 12 foot.
Thing is, the last two shots they threw, it's been inside out here to draw through and sit in the full 12.
Well, the last couple shots down this line were heavy.
Mm-hmm.
First shot, fourth end here for Malin Safinski.
Gonna thread her way through that port.
The weight wasn't bad. Needed to go early to hold it out. Probably just a tad light. It's interesting that people are focused on this side of the ice. Granted, that's where the play has been. Yeah, there's still an out-turn draw on the other side. And
out-turn tap for red, too.
Yep. Either or. This, however, is the known path. Again, they haven't played the sheet 2 side of the sheet yet.
Yes, they have, actually.
But very few stones have been down that line.
Coming back towards the glass, yes.
Yep. Pretty much all interns this end.
And that's going to bounce. That might have blocked the port, I think. Hard to tell. Darn skips are in the way.
Well, there's no way to draw through the port now.
Nope.
You could go inside out, but that's still pretty tight. The out-turn draw is there to sit shot. There's absolutely no reason we can't come in this way. Your other option is this in-off. Got to throw some weight for that, though.
Right, and that is not this team's forte. There we go.
Yeah, that in-off, you've got to throw almost peel weight and hit like 3/4, 2/3 of a rock. You got to roll across the house maybe 5, 6 feet to get into the 4-foot. If you hit it thinner, you'll roll too far back. I think this is by far the easiest shot. Now the question is, what's the correct ice
And what's the correct
for
way?
this shot? So Team Pulio sitting 1, maybe 2. We think from our vantage point, maybe just 1. So this is an attempt by Melon Safinski to try to steal the end, or at least make it very difficult for Team Pulio to grab a deuce here. Last rock of the 4th end for Melon Safinski, looking to grab a piece of the 4-foot here. And this is over curling, really. I'm not sure if they're by. They're
not.
tapping up.
They're tapping it up. That's going to give them 2.
And they're sitting 2 for sure now.
Now, yep.
Now a chance to score 3. Probably should have given up on that shot as soon as they knew they were wrecking on the guard. With all those rocks locked up, you don't have a lot of easy taps here. And the draw is kind of wide where you need to be shot rock. It looks like they're going to tap the outer of these 2 stones just to try to grab a half a rock and push this in toward the 4-foot. Last rock, 4th end. Looking for a tap up here.
Not going to move enough. Might stop in time.
Ooh, that's close. I think, however, there's only 2. Just went a tad too deep. If that stopped tee line, it would have been shot rock. Arlene Pulio's team gets an 8-1 lead after 4.
Meanwhile, on the other sheets, after 4 also, Team Taverne is up 5-zip on sheet 2. And Team Hansen is on the board on sheet 4, so it's 5-2 over there.
Team Jones over Team Hansen.
Sorry, yeah.
Fifth end is underway. Karen Barnes with her first. Team Safinski with the yellow rocks will have a chance to exercise a last rock advantage to score a multiple this end. Perfect center guard by Karen Barnes. Now a chance for a come around. Line looks terrific. And a great shot by Sarah Moore, right middle top 8. Perfect position.
Completely buried. Cannot be used as a second guard.
So Karen Barnes will be forced to freeze to that. Cut down the scoring area. And no bounce, as they say. He's going to roll off. May have overbaked that one a little bit. That red stone will be removable since it didn't lock on solid.
To wait for that to move.
And move it did, and another nice rock by Sarah Moore. It was just going to come up a little short.
Yep, they had to wait.
Look golden. Probably should have just gone anyway. They'll curl anyway sometimes when they're light. Did protect shot rock, however, and the red one can be removed.
Yeah, but the red one can also be run onto shot rock.
Yeah, they wanted to be frozen to their own with the previous rock that Team Safinsky threw. Now a chance to run this red one in or tap it up. Good news for Team Safinsky is they're sitting 1-3. They've got some rocks in play this end.
You're going to opt just to go around the whole shooting match.
I don't know if they're going around or if they're playing the raise. It wasn't totally clear.
Oh, well, maybe that was the weight indication.
Yes. And they'll raise it up to the 4-foot for shot rock.
Did roll.
Yeah, you got to remove the rock that was just thrown. I think you got to run it back.
Mm-hmm.
If you get the double, great. If you clear it, that's good too. Just need access to shot stone. Team Safinsky's got 2 on the rings. So you got to start noodling these red ones around. To be honest, if you miss this narrow, there might be a way to get it shot rock.
I think there is a port there that they could get through.
Yeah, but I think you just want to make sure you run that top red off. That's the danger rock right now. That's preventing you from scoring a big end. And that was the danger in that shot.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need to make the rock shotter. They needed to get at the red stone on the top 4. Now Team Puleo sit 1 and 2. a chance to add more. You always got to be careful about moving rocks that are always already in good position. That was the case there.
This one's moving hard.
Well, if they get it by, it's money.
Yep. Get it by, it's on the yellow. Nope. But none of the above. It is, however, protecting that red, top red that was such a problem.
Yeah, pretty much right in front of it. Kind of Christmas treed it a little bit. Got to get access to that rock on the 4-foot. Team Stefanski's got 2 yellows on the rings. Just need to figure out how to move those reds around to bring them back into play. And start by coming through the port. If you get rid of one of those red stones, you'll be in great shape. You'll be sitting 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I like coming with the out turn here through the hole and grab one of these 2 rocks. And throw any turn, really. Just got to get through the port. This is just a little wide.
Oh, it's not going to come over.
Now a chance to throw a guard here. And it will be very difficult for Team Stefanski to generate a score. They'll have to start drawing around the out-turn side.
Getting more curl than you're expecting on this side.
Yeah, needed to leave that up higher to actually open the port again.
Oof, it's gotten real tight, though. Trust me.
You can come through there with either turn, I think.
It's about, what, a rock and an 1/8 wide at best?
No, a couple rocks. Pretty easy to get that top red stone. You're going to go for the draw around the out-turn side. And that spot's really straight if you set it out.
It's got legs too, unfortunately. The 2 combination is bad. Just wondering if they're running different speeds on the opposite sides of the ice, and that's throwing people as they switch back and forth.
Could be. Certainly if you set a stone out into the 12-foot area, it looks like it runs pretty straight. Especially if you slide tight and throw back.
But the problem with that primarily was its weight.
Yep.
And the reds on the other sides were over curling. Slightly lighter, I think, than originally called for.
This one's tight to the broom, and this will curl.
That port is officially no longer there.
Yes, that port's closed. However, there's a red. There's rays on the yellow now.
Well, it's been there all along. They looked at it.
There's no out-turn draw anymore.
Nope.
That's been cut off by the rock that was just thrown.
That'll be interesting to see if there's a run going in the opposite direction.
Yep, we'll be coming up the 4-foot line here as well. Need to pretty much contact all you can see here to raise this into the 4-foot area. It would be easy to bounce this off the one on the top 12.
Ooh. It's all over the red.
And there's definitely a little curl here.
Wow,
And moves
that's
hard.
a lot of curl. They
Moves-
get by the red?
Moves hard late, just
Ah,
chipped the
just
red.
chipped. I'm not sure you can get there anymore because they didn't miss the outside red guard by much. Wow. Of course, they did move the red over a little bit now, so that should help.
They've improved their angle for the rays, that's for sure.
I assume Team Pulio will guard that up. Assume they're guarding. Broom is where? Edge of 12? Or edge of
Edge
8?
8.
Edge 8.
And as long as you don't get wide here, it should curl. I think the stones that have been thrown out into the 12-foot, especially if they were inside out, have been running really straight.
Arlene is not likely to be inside out. She's got a pretty darn pure slide.
It looked like pretty much on the target. And this will start to move hog line in. Looks pretty good.
There she goes. Might be a touch heavy.
Don't want to cue it up for him. And as long as you're locked on that red, you're good. It actually moved. Chance for a red-yellow combination here.
Mm-hmm.
It goes right to the shot stone. I don't think I'd throw a ton of weight at this. I think I would throw back 4, try to get it to go back here, or if it bounces off shot stone, it could roll in, chip in for shot.
Right.
Looks like it's queued up pretty nice. Although, the way I look at it from down the sheet camera, looks like it goes right on shot rock. You could even maybe throw weight at this.
And given the ice they're taking, I'm thinking they're not throwing draw weight.
I think if you hit this on the nose, you'll nut the shot stone and remove it. Looks like they're lined up pretty well. It's an awful lot of ice, though, for hit weight.
But not a lot of ice for draw weight.
It looks like this is hackish.
It's got a curl, ladies. It's got a curl.
I think you can contact this anywhere. It won't matter. You just need the weight.
There it goes.
And need more weight.
Yep.
And lineup was perfect.
She got him down to 1.
Unfortunately, I think there is no way to get a shot stone now.
No.
short of playing a triple raise.
I think that was the intent. Startled the heck out of me.
I think if Arlene doesn't throw, she steals one here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to think about this one too long. Can throw this into the boards.
Or if you're at all worried, put up a guard on the intern side. This is where if you have a coach's timeout, the first thing the coach would say is, look at the scoreboard.
If you want to waste a rock, take out a yellow. Just don't
Yep.
miss it. Or just throw it into the board. Since I don't see any option for Mellon to score. The in-off doesn't go anywhere.
Right? It could potentially give Arlene 2.
Last rock, fifth end for Arlene Pulio. One more to come. Looks like they're just throwing a guard. Either way, I think it doesn't really matter.
Okay. So do we have some sort of crazy angle?
We've got a triple run to score. You can play red, 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 but you need to throw really good weight. Get this top red into that red and double those out.
Not
That's the only way I can see to score. I'm not sure they can throw that kind of weight.
No, I don't think so.
And that would score probably 2. There's no draw that goes anywhere close to the 4-foot. In turn or out turn, and I think the in-off doesn't work. I think it goes behind. You have to throw nicotine weight to put that on the 4-foot.
There aren't too many women in the club who can throw that.
Not many men in the club that can throw that. They might be looking to raise the Yellowstone. We can barely see any of. You can see maybe a quarter rock.
That's tough. And I'm directly behind it. You can't even see a quarter.
Yep.
We've got maybe an 1/8.
If you can hit a quarter rock into that rock and to the 4-foot, maybe. Again, that would take quite a bit of weight. You're moving 3 rocks. Two rocks you're raising and need to push the red one away a little bit. I'm not sure it's there with the weight you need to throw. And that'll be on one of the reds.
Well, red onto yellow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Nope.
And raised it in for another.
Yeah, for two. For
Steal of
red.
2.
Ouch. For a minute there, I thought they might have a chance of raising their own yellow.
Angles weren't there.
Yep.
So 10-1 after 5.
And on the other sheets, it's 6-0 after 5 and 2.
Tina to burn over Schaefer.
Sue Hansen's staging a comeback. It is now 5-4 on sheet 5.
Team Jones 5.
Sorry.
Hansen 4.
Yep.
On to the 6th end. Team Pulio in full command of this game, up 10-1. Team Safinsky with yellow rocks will have the last rock advantage this end.
This looks familiar.
First rock in. Got to throw a corner guard or freeze. Really, that's your only options.
Looks like they're going to try the delayed corner.
No, they're just drawing to the open side. You come in the rings, they'll just hit it.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like they're going to get a corner.
Doesn't help. They'll get a corner on this, and that'll work.
Maybe.
It's a high corner. Just
Is it
over.
Nope.
Not
Oh
over.
dear.
She played in All-American. I was on the team. We won. I came back and played the last game. That's right. It was pretty good because I was coming straight back from the conference. I hadn't played yet that year.
Probably the only guy in our club that has an all-American.
Not a bad result. Push that to the back of the rings. Easiest thing to do here is run the red instead of trying to chip the yellow out.
Especially since you could potentially jam. Not if you do
Well,
it.
it's so hard to hit this rock. You can only see a piece of it.
Well, from the hacks, yeah.
You run your red rock, and anywhere near the nose, you're going to run it right onto the yellow shot.
No, they can see about half of it.
Easier to hit a full rock than a half rock, so that's kind of my reasoning on those kind of shots. And they did chip it away. And freeze to that red.
Mm-hmm.
Either freeze the red or guard your yellow stone. Those are your two choices here. Freeze the red's only for 2.
There's nothing to say in this game. Except that hopefully this is the last one.
Need to get it there.
Oh, no.
And just going to come up short. That'll give Team Pulio a chance to hit the open shot stone. Cardinal rule of freezes got to be there.
Which is why they're a difficult shot.
Even if you bounce, you got to be there. Short's no good. Now a chance for Michelle McEnroe to run off the remaining yellow stone. Pretty straight on this line. That'll do the trick. Don't really need to hang around. It's just helping Team Safinski leave rocks in play. No chance to get around the corner.
Oh, that's going hard early. They're not touching it.
Well, it's on the rings. The scoreboard says peel the corner guard.
Mm-hmm.
Or hit the open rock, one of the two. Corner guard's the more dangerous rock. Arlene's going to have Donna to draw into set 1-2.
That works too.
Well, as long as they don't hit and roll into the corner.
Correct. But you gotta be there.
And that won't even be in the house. So now a chance to get around the corner again.
Mm-hmm.
For that matter, you go around the center as well. Cindy Ciarelli. Looking to freeze to shot stone. This is moving.
They ride that center line for a long time, and then, oh, it's light.
Yeah, made a big move as soon as the weight came off.
Mm-hmm. It's so hard for first years to judge when you sweep.
Yep. As I said many times, that more rocks are lost to undersweeping than oversweeping. It's hardly ever wrong to sweep early. If you think about well-thrown rocks, they are swept 50 to 80% of the length of the sheet. So your chances of sweeping incorrectly are really low if you go early.
This one's going to be at least in the house. They could take
Yeah,
split the guard in.
it needs to hit something to slow down, I think, and it's going to work okay. It's going to poke it under to the 4 foot.
And that's why we peel the guards.
Still a chance to do a freeze tap here.
Took more ice, but also threw more weight. That is not going to come up.
And it's going to chip off the guard. You're going to poke another one in. Now Team Pulio sits 3.
And the shot's away. Sweepers are working it hard, but even if it's a guard, it's not the end of the world. Gotta be full 12 to count.
Well, something to draw around.
Mm-hmm.
Melon Safinsky, her first rock here in the 6th end. Looking to draw around.
Oh boy. Sweep it by.
Yeah, definitely looks a little heavy.
And you do not want to bump another red one in.
Just a little tight to the broom and a little heavy. Had to sweep to get it by
Right.
to avoid raising another red. Now a chance for Earlene to close down the scoring area completely by drawing one into the top 4.
And that pretty much will only leave them the yellow rays.
Yep. It looks pretty slow on this side, just from the looks of that last shot thrown by Mellon. It looked like it was pretty strong. Stopped in the back 12, even with sweeping.
And let's see what we got here.
And this is the side they haven't played as much the entire
yeah.
game.
Should be up to speed by now, you would think. Let's see what we got.
Earlene Pulio with her last rock here of the 6th end. One more rock to come.
Again, sweepers having to work it hard. 15-4.
Well, it's not super slow. 15-4 to top 12 is pretty fast. That means to T-lines probably half a second quicker, so probably 14-7, 14-6. That's still pretty fast ice. Not much left here. You've got the long roll off the
red in the top 4?
yeah,
Or the top 12?
Yeah, you've got the long roll over with the catcher. And you've got this raise.
It's much simpler.
Depends on what you're comfortable with. Hitting the rock on the top 12, that's kind of a natural half rock, double or flop toward the shot stone. And they have to come out turn here with the raise. The corner guard's in the way of the in-turn path. The question is, does it curl off the center line?
Well, if they don't curl off enough and the weight is right, they could bump the shot rock back.
Last rock, 6th end. Team Sofinski looking to tally a score here.
Oh boy, that's not moving.
Yeah, that was my worries. This was a straight spot. That's going to poke another red one in.
Well, even the center line has been running straight till way comes off.
Looks like a steal of 5.
4. And game is over.
And that'll be enough.
It's handshakes on sheet 3.
So make it a final. Congratulations to Team Pulio.
Only 4.
They are the Glengarry Challenge champions.
For the 3rd year in a row.
On other sheets, Marina Tavern leads 6-0 over Team Schaefer. Haven't hung the score. Well, they did hang the score for the 6th end. It is now 7-0. And that's after 6 ends of play. We'll switch our coverage over to sheet 4, which is a little closer, 6-4. Carol Jones over Sue Hansen. This is for the B event.
Okay. So Sue Hansen has hammer. Trying to come around that high guard.
So Team Jones with the Red Rocks leading 6-4 in our B event final. They're in the 7th end. Team Jones sitting 1, wide open. Team Hansen looking to remove shot stone. Oh, we got a lot of curl on that takeout.
And Melissa does not throw lightweight.
No, that moved with a ton of weight. And then Team Hansen now the Yellow Rock sits 1 and 2. Now the question of which turn to come with. They're going to come with the lefty out turn.
I think that was the grand discussion down there.
Yes, I think they were trying to figure out which turn looked better. This one curled a lot, so I think that got their attention. Certainly surprised us as we tuned into the sheet.
And we're not anywhere near as behind that sheet, so it's going to be a bit tough to... We'll be looking off the monitors as you are at home.
Carol Jones with her first rock. Again, getting really good curl here. This is going to get a nice roll to the center. Nice shot by Carol Jones. She rolls behind cover. And now Sue Hansen will have to draw the 4-foot with her first to get a chance to score 2. Sue Henson, first rock, 7th end.
Line was good, but this looks a bit toasty.
Had to sweep to get it by. Well, it's just a shade heavy.
Yep.
That leaves Carol Jones sitting 1. Chance to come in and sit 2.
Or to block access.
Yep, short would be the pro side.
Steal her 1.
Up 3 coming home without. I'll take any day.
Mm-hmm. Calls for around the top 12.
Yeah, no reason not to draw on a set 1-2 here.
Especially if you can get covered.
Yep,
Under cover.
just top four buried would be ideal. Even half buried would be good. But anywhere on the draw path to the 4-foot should ensure a steal of at least 1. Last rock, 7th end for Carol Jones. Just looking to cut off this draw path. Sitting 2 would be ideal. This looks a bit light. It's going to over curl.
Working it hard just to get it over.
Yeah, over and up. And that's going to leave a draw path, so I don't think it really accomplished what they wanted, which is to cut off the draw to the 4-foot. It's still there.
So she's had 1 practice shot at this. Chance to hand it to her sweepers.
Yeah, chance to take off about 6 feet of weight.
Which she has, it
Make
looks
sure
like.
you get out to the broom. Should curl nice. Boy, the line is perfect if the weight's right.
Perfect. Working it hard. And
Just
took off
not
a
enough
little
weight.
bit.
Yeah.
A little bit too much.
So steal of 1 for Team Jones. They'll take a 7-4 lead. They'll be up 3 without last rock coming home. Sue Henson with the yellow rocks will have the last rock advantage here in the last end. Needs to generate a 3 to get to an extra.
And then we'll have free curling.
I'm not sure the players think of this as being free.
No, it's nothing
Hard-
worse after a bond spiel. You get in your final game and you have to play an extra end.
Hardly anybody likes to play an extra end except maybe the losing team in 8. Even they're probably not all that enthusiastic about playing 9. And we're off in the 8th end.
On both our 2 remaining sheets. It looks like on sheet 2, Joyce Schaefer is on the board. We haven't hung it, but they're throwing first.
Not sure if they were throwing through or what there, but they just gave Sue Henson a free corner guard.
And she's going to try to make use of it.
I think I'd throw another corner. Try to score 3.
Well, that's moving hard.
Either that or throw a double corner.
which is what? No, we got him high. Plenty of room.
And it's going to be wide open. So Joy Safer grabbed a deuce. She now trails 7-2 to Marina Tavern after 7 innings of play. That's in our C event game. Our bonus coverage is our B event game between Team Jones and Team Hansen. Team Jones with a 3-point lead without coming home. And that ran really straight. Seems to have been the typical behavior of most sheets now recently is between the 4-foot lines, they run really straight inside out. It's like there's a little tunnel there, or gutter.
This one's curling up to the center line, no problem. And past.
And a little tap. Bigger target now.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to remove yellow rocks. Cindy Brown being asked to come the other way at this. Could get a double here if you catch the top one thin.
Now that just rode the 4-foot line all the way down.
Not bad. It leaves a little run back to get rid of the remaining yellow. This is where that second corner guard would have come in handy, have something else to draw around. You now got to go around that combination. Splitting the house doesn't do much good here since
You really need this, yeah.
Team Hansen needs 3.
That's a 2 for, not a 3 for.
Alternatively, you could throw another corner guard over the red.
Mm-hmm. Or use that red as a corner guard and come around the whole mess.
Yeah, they're just going to run it.
True.
That'll get rid of at least one yellow. So by splitting the house here, you're hoping for a miss.
That's assuming I'm going to nibble. They've got to outcount that red, though. No.
And they are maybe a biter. That'll be one for the measuring stick.
I would bet they're in.
I think you hit the open stone.
Carol just confirmed it is indeed in. And she too is final.
Call it 7-2. Joy Schaefer's out of rocks. And so congratulations to Marina Tavern and her team. They are the winners of the C event in this year's Glengarry Challenge. Our one remaining game is Team Jones, Team Hansen, our B event game. And take out attempt here around wides. That was the miss that Sue Hansen was looking for. Now a chance to draw another one around the one they just threw and sit 3. or sit 1, 2, 4, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have 3 rocks in play.
This one has more weight. Must be sweeping for line.
Might get a split here.
Yeah.
Oh, 1, 2.
I think still 4. Yep,
Yeah,
1, 2,
1,
4.
2, 4. Still need a miss out of Team Jones.
The wide open one is towards the center. Easier for most people to hit.
I got a feeling this will run straight no matter which way you come at it.
Mm-hmm.
Come this way, Dad. Come this way.
I'm betting the intern is straighter.
I'd be tempted to come at this inside out. A little tight, but I think they might be able to hold it. We'll see. They're working it over. Need to sweep
that's
hard for a
curling.
piece. Curled a ton.
Wow, that's amazing.
Came out a little tight. Don't know if was turned in or not. Probably go around the corner here. Hate to guard up the middle.
Especially since you still need another shot just for tie.
Yeah, go around the corner and sit 3, then you can let them have at the middle. And this is going to over curl.
Yep. Worst of both worlds, unfortunately.
Yep, and then that'll leave a hit and roll underneath.
I think that'll be fine.
This one's going to come over nicely.
Yep.
Nice weight.
Not going to get the roll under the center.
Well, you just want to make sure if you're going to roll, you got to roll away. You don't want to put that center in play. Now, Sue Hansen would like to have Melissa roll one way or the other under one of the guards. Don't mind rolling under the corner here. Main thing is keep your shooter in play.
Mm-hmm. You're going to get a roll out or under the outside corner.
They're going to get a roll underneath, I
Oh,
think.
there we go. Ooh.
Very nice.
Oh, did they pop it into the
Just
open?
poked into the open a little bit. It's chaseable.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly perfect shot. Need to sweep it maybe a little more to hold that line. Could have got a perfect roll under the center guard. Pretty good shot nevertheless. This would be a tough get. Carol Jones with her first.
Won't be throwing big weight here. Curl around the yellow. And the question is, do you want to roll under the guards on the outside, or do you want to roll to the center?
Rolling to center would be really hard, I think, from this point. I think you just want to roll anywhere. You don't even need to stay.
True. That's probably the best outcome, actually.
A roll under the corner guard would be nice. And this may over curl.
Yeah, they're by the
They're
guard.
holding it.
By the guard. Easy peasy.
Nice sweep. Pretty much got to nose. Now Sue Henson will have to make that same shot and try to roll under the corner. That would put her in good position. If you roll under the corner, that's going to force Carol Jones to draw somewhere buried.
Or to make the run back that is still there.
Or to make the run back. But you got to stick the shoot. You got to stick the run rock because that biter could come into play.
Well, no, if they, well, yes.
Yeah, if you don't stick that red.
And
if you
remove two yellows, it doesn't matter whether you stick or
Right.
not.
But if you don't stick the red and you remove only one yellow, they leave a draw for 3.
Yep.
So Sue Hansen with her first. She's looking to hit and roll onto this corner guard. Set 1-2. Looks pretty close. Want to get that roll. I probably should have swept some more to get that roll.
I'm not sure if they were looking to roll under the corner.
Yeah, that was the shot, I think, to set yourself up for a 3. Now, Carol Jones just has to duplicate the shot that she just threw. And that should be good enough for the win. What you can't do here is clip your own red.
Anything but.
Anything but. Well, Carol Rex on the guard, there will be a chance to peel that red off the top of the rings to get 3, maybe 4. Last rock for Team Jones here in the 8th end. Looking to remove shot rock. Put the sweepers on it early. And another good sweep. And that should be the game.
So make it a fight.
Not yet.
Well,
There's a thin double.
There's a thin double, indeed.
Tough shot.
No, I can just throw it anyway.
There's a 3. There's a thin double here. This one goes. This one goes.
I mean, unless
Got to feather the red.
somehow, like, kind of shimmy by this one and not stop that way. Okay.
And Melissa's all over it.
We could possibly do it. Okay. But we need to hit this so very thick. Okay. So throw normal weight. Okay. And we'll see how this goes. You are higher.
It's definitely there.
It's got a curl. She's on the.
It's close.
Ooh,
It's
sweep.
really close.
Ah!
And just almost made
over the top.
it needed to curl. So congratulations to Team Jones. They are winners. Make it 8-4 is the final. And they are B event champions in this year's 2023 Glengarry Challenge. Well, that concludes our coverage of the Glengarry Challenge for 2023. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and see you again soon. There are more events coming up this year. Among them, the GNCC Open, which we encourage everybody to enter. That'll be Easter weekend. So until then, this
Good
is
curling.
the Utica Curling Channel. See you around.